Are you worried? I've been thinking about worrying a lot lately. I've been worrying about worrying a lot lately. So, a couple of weeks ago, I had a massage, and the masseuse was working on my legs and my hamstrings. There was a little twing. It was ding, ding, literally like a guitar string. And I was like, oh, isn't that interesting? And he's like, it is interesting. And then, of course, I went into worry mode. I was like, what happened? What's wrong? Da 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 da. And then I'm articulating this in my out loud voice. And he said to me, I am so glad I'm a boy. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? Women, he said, worry about everything. You're always looking for something that is wrong. You're always looking to try and fix something. He said, I'm surrounded by women in my life. I live with my mother, my girlfriend, she's a worrier. My girlfriend's a worrier. My grandmother's a worrier. My sisters are worriers. I work on women all day here. They're all worried about something. Why is it that women worry? And I have really been contemplating this. And then I've been reflecting as it's the end of the year on how much time I've spent in kind of the different areas of my life. And I decided to throw in there, where have I spent the most time worrying? And as I started kind of quantifying that, I cannot believe how much time has been wasted on the littlest things. Now, worrying is based upon things that have potentially happened in the past, but it's also the projection of what could happen in the future based upon old programming. Whether it's what actually has happened to us, or it might be what's actually happened to other people, or it might be what we've seen in the news, or it might be what we've seen in movies or read in books. Is it real in the present moment? There's something you can do to check yourself. So, worrying for the future doesn't help either. It is a waste of energy. And you could say, but Jenny, we don't know what I need to make sure and what happens and da 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 da. So, prepare yourself right now in the best way that that future worry will not come true. So, many of the people that I speak with are moms, of course, and they're worried about their kids. They're worried about their kids' futures. So, what can you do about that? You can prepare them to be resilient. You can prepare them to be open, inquisitive, and curious about their own future and how they can best handle situations. And then you can let go and you can actually let them live their life without the fear blanket of worry, because that's what worry is, it's fear, suffocating them. Back when I was a kid, back in the day, we used to go out until mom called us in for dinner when it was dark, or, we were playing around. They didn't know where we were. We didn't have cell phones, all of the things, and we were fine. Our kids are so overmanaged, so overscheduled, so overcontrolled that when they do have a problem or a situation that comes up, they have no idea how to handle it and they have to come to us. Now, we as parents, that does make us feel good because they're coming to us, or maybe they're going to their friend who might not be as well equipped to handle that situation, or the advice that they receive from that friend might not be the best advice or the advice that we would have given to them. But if we have prepared them, if we have done our work as a parent, then all we can do is allow them to live their life, let them know that they are loved unconditionally, let them know that we are always here for them as a safety net, and wish them all the best. We're not kicking their ass out the door, or maybe sometimes we are, but we are allowing them, the birds, to leave the nest. And when you realize how much worry time is then taken off of your shoulders, think of all of the additional things that you can do in your life. When we are not governing our life through fear, the lens of fear, we are able to open up to creativity. It's very difficult to be creative when you are in fear. It is very difficult to love unconditionally when you are in fear because you're putting conditions on the love. It is very difficult to be the best, fullest, brightest, of most service you, living the most vibrantly when you have the shroud, the shawl, the blanket of fear and worry. So I invite you to take a look at what areas of your life have you been spending an inordinate amount of time worrying, and how might you be able to loosen that? How much time are you wasting on those little things? What can you do to put in place to make those situations less worrisome or not worrisome at all? You can look at those things and say, is that true? Could that happen? What's the worst case scenario? Again, where you put your energy, where you put your focus is where the energy flows. So if you're going to continually be focusing on the worry, that's where your energy is flowing. Could potentially then come to pass. So if you could put your situation into a place of, yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen. Nope, because I've got this in place and this in place, and I've taken care of this and I've taken care of this, and I'm just going to surrender, and whatever happens, happens at this point. I am well prepared to handle whatever happens. I invite you to do that. If you find this helpful, leave me a comment below and let me know how you have quantified the amount of worry time, not in a judgment way, but in a, that's really interesting. I don't think I want to spend the next year wasting all that time worrying. If this is something that could be of help to someone else, please go ahead and forward this to them. And if you'd like to hear more similar types of ahas, go ahead and subscribe. I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to talking to you soon. All of my best to you. With love, without worry.